Trust is really a foundation of any relationship. And if you have trust in relationship, then you can play more, you can explore more, and you can relax more because there is trust. So it's very expansive. And sometimes maybe, because we've all done it, maybe you said something and then you didn't do it, or you cheated, or you betrayed your partner in some way. And I'm gonna cover all of these topics in really simple exercise you can be doing with your significant other. And this is not only when you feel really guilty about something, but it's a regular exercise to check with someone if there is anything to forgive at the first place. Beautiful day, unlimited sparkle. You're watching Liv Unbound with Liv Kissper, a channel for people who are ready to stop pretending and hiding and want more deeper connection, juicier connection in their lives. So today I'm going to talk about forgiveness and how you can get forgiveness. Because, sometimes we mess up. We all mess up sometimes. And it's really about, can you put it back into balance? Can you restore this trust that you used to have in your relationship? Before I proceed to the exercise itself, which is so beautiful, I want to say that, those moments when we say we will do something and then we forget about it. Well, actually, we don't forget. By the time we're saying it, we don't mean it. So, of course, we don't remember. So, if that is your case sometimes and you simply forget things, then go and watch my integrity video where I speak about how integrity and how honoring a word affects our body, which is a lie detector. So it's super important that what we say, we really mean, and then we do what we say. So now the forgiveness game. And I suggest that you really do it regularly with your partner because it's so beautiful and it's meant to clean the relationship because it can rebuild trust again. So what do? Well, this exercise has 3 different steps. And it's very simple. You set up some quality time space with your partner and you ask them, is there anything you haven't forgiven me for? And they will tell you. They will tell you maybe this was this or that was that. And when they say that, you just listen and you put all the focus on them. And now, so instead of starting with making excuses about like, oh, I had to do it because of something, the focus is always on them. So this has 3 steps. Number 1, you say what you did. You just repeat what they said. Basically, you say what you did. If you cheated, you said that you cheated. If you didn't honor your word or you were late, maybe half an hour, you say that you were late half an hour. The second part, you say the consequences. This is so important. You will speak about the consequences it had on your partner. Because normally we don't even know. We have no idea how our actions affect other people. So we think it's not a big deal, but for them it is a big deal. And unconsciously, they can never trust you again and they can never relax you again because you are underlying that trust. So the consequences, you try to guess what were the consequences for this other person. Like maybe it was that they felt really unloved, or they felt they maybe missed their bus or whatever. Like maybe they were crying, maybe anything that you try to guess. You put yourself into their shoes and you try to think about the consequences or the impact. And when you're done, you ask them if this is all, if that's complete. And they can tell you, well, no, there was more consequences. And so you ask them, so what it was, and you really want to come up with all the consequences. But first really try to guess because they will really feel like you care. And they can tell you, well, and also I was feeling really alone, or also the consequence was that I can never trust you again, or, and be there really and listen for all the consequences. And now when you have all these consequences brought to attention and to light, go to step number 3. But only after you ask them if they are complete, because they have to be complete. You have to really know all the consequences. And the step number 3 is to basically promise that it won't happen again. But don't just say, well, it won't happen again. You have to really mean it. And this is the time, this is what it comes with the integrity. you check with yourself if you're really meaning what you're saying. So if you were cheating, for example, you can say that you promise that you will never cheat, but also say how that made you feel and the reasons why. And if you were maybe late 30 minutes, tell them that not only that it's not going to happen again, but why it's not going to happen again. Give them some guarantees, give them some numbers, give them some, next time you're going to maybe set an alarm clock, or next time you will write a note, or, make them feel really safe, because trust is essentially all about safety. And that's it. At the end, you can ask them again if everything is complete, and you can ask them if they are ready to forgive you. And sometimes they will say straight away that they are ready to forgive you, because they can really feel you. They can really feel that you mean it. But sometimes they just need more time. Like, sometimes when people cheat or when betray each other, it's such a big thing for them. They just need time. But giving them this gift of just caring about them and approaching them and just focusing on them, rather than like, all these excuses why I betrayed you or why I didn't honor my word, it doesn't work. So I hope that you will use this little exercise next time you see your loved one. And you can of course use it with your close friendships also. I love this, so beautiful. So how far are you willing to go to make your relationship stronger and more trusting?